Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hoovy186 back again with another video. And I really shouldn't make this video, but since we have dummies, we have Xbox fanboys who are so dumb that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Since they're so dumb and they want to uneducate a lot of the people, the voiceless, if you will, then I have to do it for you. I have to do it. Now, the article, this is from extremetech.com. This is not, now I will admit the article title is a little bit clickbaity. There's a lot of clickbait here. Like, it depends. Like, I've seen other articles where they say that the Xbox One sales are not bad, or they're actually very, very good. But it is what it is. That's how journalism is now. But for any of you out there who knows an Xbox fanboy and really wants them to stop acting stupid and stop reporting stupid news about, oh, it sold, since it sold the units to a retailer, that means that it's overall sold. That's not the case at all. Only a dumbass would say that, Zaire. And only a dumbass would say that, Crap Review Gamer, or whatever the hell your name is. Now, let's look at this article. Console shipped. This is the part of the article I want you guys to see. Console sales and shipments. Now, is this part really that important? No, not that part's not important. What's important is underneath the picture right here. I'm sorry that the website is acting stupid, or it could be the PlayStation, one of the two. All right, right here. As for the Xbox One, shifting 1.2 million consoles this quarter and 5 million to date is reasonably good, but there's a lot of questions about what sold in means versus sold through. The term sell in is used when a manufacturer sells parts into the channel. Sells through is used when company sells products directly to the end customer. So, maybe this might be a little bit too advanced for you, Zaire, but I'm going to explain it. Basically, what he's trying to tell you here, and it actually elaborates a little bit more in the next paragraph, but I'm gonna start it right here. There's a difference between selling your product through a channel, or in this case, a retailer, and selling it directly to the customer. Now, can the channel, aka the retailer, act as the middleman? Yes, that's what it is. That's essentially what it is. These retailers are nothing more than middlemen. The only way that a unit is counted as sold is if it gets into the hands of a customer. And retailers, I don't know if you realize this, retailers are not customers. They're not customers, because if they were clarified as customers only, then it would be units sold. But those are units shipped, because those retailers have to sell your product to the customer. To dumb it down for you, if you don't know what a customer means, because I know you're stupid. A human being, somebody who has money, someone who comes into the store and wants to buy something, they have to sell. Microsoft cannot count that unit as sold until it gets into the hands of a customer. It doesn't fucking matter if he uses it to play games, if he uses it to watch TV, or if he uses it just for whatever, or he never uses it. As long as GameStop, Walmart, Best Buy, whoever sells your unit to a customer, you can't count it as a unit sold. So when Microsoft came out and said that they have shipped, not sold, they have shipped 5 million units, that's exactly what it means. Those units are not in the hand. Not every one of those units are in the hands of a customer. So that's why when you sit there in your stupid little podcast with the rest of the fucking knuckle draggers who are basically trying either to grow their channel through your stupidity, or they actually believe this nonsense, when you sit there and say, "Oh well, it's sold," they're selling the console to retailer. That means it's sold. No, no, dummy, it's not. And this article essentially proves it. And even if it really doesn't even matter, because this is common knowledge anyway. This really should be common knowledge anyway. Let me read this next part of the article. When Microsoft sells an Xbox console to GameStop, Best Buy, or Walmart, or whatever, it classifies that as sell-in. Now remember, sell-in is used when a manufacturer sells parts into the channel that sells parts into the retailer. You remember that. When it sells you a Surface tablet directly to it from its own website, or then that's sold through. That means when you bring the product to the customer's hands, that's called sell through. I'll read the last part. This has led to changes to charges that Microsoft is only recognizing the impact of consoles it has shipped, with accompanying squabbles over what the real figures are. Sony, in contrast, has specifically reported a sell-through of 7 million units, 7 million PS4s as of April 6. If you have an Xbox, there's an Xbox fanboy who's giving you a bunch of bullshit, who's saying that, oh well, they sold 5 million units, point them to this article. I have the link below. I'll have the link below. Point them to this article. This article basically explains to you the difference between units sold, which is the 5 million that Microsoft has sold, and units shipped. No, my bad. It basically points out the difference between units sold, which is the PS4, the 7 million units sold, and the units shipped, the 5 million that Microsoft is claiming that they have shipped. There's a difference, ladies and gentlemen. There's a big difference. I'll point back to the other example of this happening. Remember when Uncharted 3 came out, and I saw a video from 7th Level, who said that he was kind of gloating over the fact that Uncharted sold shipped 3.6 million units, and it was higher than the reported units that Gears of War 3 sold, which I believe was 3.4 million units sold. I don't remember. Now, 7th Level made the mistake of thinking that was shipped, that those units were sold. Those units were shipped. That, like, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I know how many units Uncharted sold. I don't know, but I know for a fact that it didn't sell. Like, it probably sold 3.6 million units now, but at launch it didn't sell that much. Not to say that it didn't sell well. I'm just saying it didn't sell 3.6 million units. Like, I remember when Uncharted, when Gears of War 3 came out, dude, I passed 3 GameStops, and there were lines for all three GameStops. There was a significant line for Gears of War, and to follow that up, I have a friend who works at my job, who texts me on why I just passed a GameStop and there's like a whole bunch of people waiting in line, and I knew exactly why. I told her it was Gears of War. You don't see that. You didn't see that with Uncharted. I mean, hell, you had anecdotal evidence from Rich Review Tech USA, Breezy, all these guys on YouTube, saying how when they picked up Uncharted 3 at launch, at release, there's hardly anybody there. You know what I mean? I don't need numbers. I don't need insight to know, to put 2 and 2 together. You get what I'm saying? Now, put that in contrast with the Xbox One. I could walk outside and I could walk outside, go to a random GameStop, whatever, and there's Xbox Ones all over the place. There's Xbox One. You could find an Xbox One anywhere. With the PS4, it wasn't the same way. It wasn't the same way. Now, I went to a GameStop. The lady told me they had PS4, but she wouldn't tell me how many they had, or when they were gonna get another shipment. But Xbox Ones, I can buy one anytime I want. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you know you don't need pure. You just need your own anecdotal evidence. You just look at what's going on YouTube and all the rest of that to know what's going on. Like, and yet all these Xbox fanboys, all they can do is just sit there and cry, whine and cry over the fact that the PS4 is simply just kicking his ass right now. And the numbers for the Xbox One, from what I can tell, are not bad. They're not bad. Now, they didn't sell 5 million units, but still, it's not bad. I mean, hell, look at what the Wii U did during around the time that the Xbox One came out. Like, it's doing okay, but the problem is these fanboys are either, well, like I said before, are either, too dependent on trying to create this false what was I gonna say, this false persona, Zaire, who wants to create this false persona about being Xbox strong and being all for Xbox or whatever, or they're just fucking Xbox who are just jealous that the PS4 is doing so well. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. So if you have an Xbox, if you know an Xbox fanboy, point them to the video. It'll be nice, get some views. But also point them to the article, and I'll have the article link below. But before I go, I want to point this out. This is from Xbox. This is from Xbox.com. Come on, and you look at here. Xbox One, biggest launch in Xbox history. More than 1 million units sold in less than 24 hours. Now, obviously, we're going to concentrate on the keyword here. This is what Microsoft used. Sold. Why did they say sold? Because those are numbers. Those sold to customers. Units sold to customers. Not shipped. Sold. There's a difference, ladies and gentlemen. There is a difference. So, for anybody out there, if you, like I said before, you have an Xbox fanboy, point them to the video, point them to the article, and hopefully they can, educate themselves, and they can, stop acting like dummies. Just enjoy the garbage console that you bought and let it be over. Hoovy186, I'm out.